battery by chance? Yeah, could you go audio? I'll go right when you see our frame up, you'll come to me, right?
Bobby's have application bathroom.
Let's come back and get it.
That's what I'm trying to fix now, not to be in one of the points.
Eso.
Oh yeah. I had this one gig so last night. I took a little
Oh, right. I don't know yet.
Yeah. I will see this one.
Right? Yeah. Take that shot out. Yeah, leave that. Bro, take that from us.
Go ahead.
What? You taking that? Taking that? Alright. You take that, huh? Come here. Come here. Take that, huh? Yeah. Tell me now, you was on me, right? No, but you was on me, right? Alright, that is a good shot. Alright. That is a good shot. Good shot.
Alright. A special, I should put this. Special Sitaram, good morning. Salam alaikum to everyone who gathered here this morning. Excuse one minute.
Anyway, yeah?
Yeah, who gathered here this morning. I don't think I need to really read and spell why we're here or why we all are meeting here for the past couple evenings and especially today.
Anyway.
So, in introducing myself, my name is Vijay Sanka. I'm the eldest grandchild, and I said eldest and not oldest. Eldest. I find that word old. Mama never liked when to say that, old. She never considered herself old either, although 85 is all young. She made 85, which means that she lived a full life. I might never reach that amount. Driving in here today, in fact, leading up to the house, a lot of butterflies, all kind of thing happen. But then when I walk in, I feel this light, very, very light, very pleasant feeling, and I don't know if everybody else is sharing that same feeling. I think it just goes to show the type of person she was. Getting directly into the program and not wasting too much time listening to me, I would like to invite one of our brothers who could tell us plenty things that we don't know, plenty things that I didn't know in my couple years of existence. So I'd like to invite Uncle Esau Jamurat.
Thank you right there.
For those who have programs, if you look at your program, there's a prayer. So we'll start off as our prayer. As we are in the presence of death, we pray that all is well with her soul. The body dies, but the spirit goes back to our Creator. We call him God. Some call him Ram, some call him Allah. How we live here on earth will determine where we will spend the rest of our life, in the presence of God or out of the presence of God. And I pray that my sister will be in the presence of God. And there's a hymn. I don't know if everybody have a thing. The last time we were here, she was calling on Jesus, and the daughter invited us to come and sing some hymns. And those who went to the Presbyterian school would know some of the hymns we sang. One of the hymns was Softly and Tenderly Jesus is Calling. But we didn't have the copy, so we didn't do justice to what we knew from our head. So today we'll sing Softly and Tenderly Jesus is Calling. As a Christian Presbyterian, we sing to Jesus, we pray to Jesus, we preach about Jesus. The Hindus have their way, the Muslims have their way. This is our way. She was born into a Christian home, and the daughters included this, so at least we would have a part in this ceremony. So for those who know, please join with us. Softly and tenderly Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. See on the portal, he's waiting and watching, watching for you and for me. Come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly Jesus is calling, calling, oh sinner, come home. Oh, for the wonderful love he has promised for you and for me. Though we have sinned, he has mercy and pardon. Pardon for you and for me. Come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling. Calling, oh sinner, come home. We are all sinners. It's because of sin that came into this world. And each religion have a way of atoning for their sins and making right with their God. Our way, there's nothing we can do to gain salvation. It is by God's grace. And I wish God's grace on my sister. Let me also, on behalf of the family, welcome you all and thank you all for coming, especially this early in the morning. It was a tough task for me. I normally get up 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So here goes. Ruby Ramsakal ni Jamorat, better known as Polly, was the third child of the late Solomon and Elmira Jamorat. She had 2 sisters, one elder and one younger, and 5 brothers, one older brother and 4 younger. That was from the family chain we had. She is the 6th link in the broken, to be broken from our chain. Only last month, the 5th link who was living in America was broken. There remains 4 more links in the chain from our family chain. From 10, there is 4 more. She was born on the 16th of April 1940 in a Christian home of the Presbyterian faith. She attended the Presbyterian school and the church. She was 85 years of age. She grew up in Waima, Bamboo Settlement, number 1. I stand to be corrected, but those days girls used to get married at the age of 15 or 16 years. Unless you are so nice, you have a little problem. Sometimes it used to be arranged, most times arranged, and arranged marriage with families to look for good people for their daughters to join the family. But not my sister. She waited until she met the love of her life, Ramsakal, better known as Ram. I didn't know anything about her until she got married. At the age of 20 years, they got married in the church. On the 20th of April 1960. They were married for 31 years until the passing away of her husband. That union brought into the world 4 beautiful girls, all unique, who now have their own homes and their own family. When she got married, I was 12 years old. When she was leaving, there was some who was crying. Normally, them old people, I think they cry. And I began to cry. I don't know why I was crying, but I began to cry. My friend began laughing at me. One of my uncles told them, "Why are they laughing for?" He crying because he know what she's leaving. He don't know what she's going to meet. And so said, so done. It was really hard for her. She endured sickness. And had to be hospitalized early in her marriage. And throughout her life, because of that illness. And we believe that because of having a baby and toting water and the water running down her back or getting wet, you know, your pores open when you make a baby. That sent her to the hospital and that affected her throughout her life. Having 4 girls, she had to sacrifice to make ends meet. The boys are different, they could run naked and things, but girls, you know, you had to be different. But there was always food in the table. I know. I shared in many a meal with them. So much so that one day I went when they were living by Jack. One of the girls said, don't give no food to them. She knew as soon as I reached there, I get food. I was a bachi for 33 years. The girls are always well taken care of and had good clothes. Their father, being a taxi driver, took them everywhere. I used to tag along sometimes because I became very close to the children and their father. They were happy in spite of the hardship. She was a devoted wife and adored her husband as a good wife should. She was a good cook and made clothes for the children. She accepted his way of life and followed in his religion. Love always was shown in this house. Love changes everything. You know, we sing a song, love changes everything and make fools of us. And it transformed her to being his Sita. He was Ram, she became his Sita. Once my father told them, when they had the board house, somewhere there, they could have a milking cow if they open a little parlor because of the school. Those days the children could have come across the border. It didn't happen right away, but it did materialize. It not only gave milk to help sustain them, but it produced this structure that stands here today. It shows what can happen with God's blessings, parents' advice, and hard work. Because it was hard work. Absolutely. After her husband passing away, she was left to manage the girls. And it ain't easy to manage teenage girls. Before it was the father's duty. And he really, even though he couldn't see at times, later on in his life, he had full control of what was taking place in the house. She was able to travel. She had her green card and experience the good and bad of what the outside world had to offer. But she didn't like that. She preferred to stay right at home with her girls, and 9 great grandchildren. Up to last year, all was well. Normally we would visit, but she went by my elder brother to visit, and then came to visit me with Annie and one of her sister, her younger sister from America. The next thing we heard, she got the shingles. It got her so weak, she started to fall down and was soon unable to walk on her own. For the past 2 months, she was bedridden. We came and sang and prayed for her. And she challenged us that we can't sing a bhajan. Because in those days, they used to sing bhajan in the church. Bhajans are hymns in Hindi. And she grew up with that in Biocal and Bamboo. So she thought we couldn't do it. So we did it for her.
Yeah, go back
And she
in
was
time, man.
tapping and singing along with us.
See what I put now, you know.
And we
Go
prayed
back
for
in
her.
time, and I go frame up and
It also came for her birthday.
I tell her story, you don't want to touch on it.
And all of us gathered around her. And when I was leaving, she asked when she was see me again.
Once I try for
That
balance,
never
yeah.
happened. We
Huh?
would like to thank the doctor,
No,
visited
she
at
wants to
times.
try for it, says no, balance good.
We would like to thank all those who
Ah,
assisted or
balance.
helped in any way.
On the plate itself,
To the children,
so that
on behalf of my brother and myself,
the guy let go, but I still want to person.
we took good care of her.
Try for
You all can take comfort that you all did your best
60,
to make her last few months
60
in the best possible way. And not only the last few months, but many a time she was in hospital, she was sick. And I don't want to single out anyone, but you know who you are and what you did. And rest assured, whenever I came here, she was always clean and well kept. I thank you for that. We like to thank God for giving her 85 years in this troubled world. For hearing our prayers when we cried out, how long, Lord, would we have to look at her suffering? How long would we have to see her and unable to help in any way? She being unable to eat or drink, and we knowing that life is ebbing away, and soon she will be gone to the great beyond. She lives to mourn. Her 3 brothers and 1 remaining sister. Her 4 daughters and their husband. 9 grand and 9 great grand. May her soul rest in peace. May we all treasure her memories that she left with us. I thank you all. Amen.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we just heard from Uncle Esau. I mean, technically he's like a grandpa to me, but I grew up calling him Uncle Esau. Just like his brother, I grew up calling him Uncle Reynolds. And I feel the uncle is good enough, because they look like young boys still. And Don, you agree? Yeah, they act like it too. That's fine. I always grew up with that, in that realm, in that nature around them, and Uncle Esau always cracking jokes. I was waiting for a few, you know. I agree totally. While we await the officiating pundit, I would like to, I wouldn't say exactly open the floor, but I think that we could probably ask one of the grandchildren who would like to come and say a few words. Shiva? So Shiva would be, I think, the third grandchild.
Anyway? Yeah.
Oh, in there? Which guy you know does read instructions?
Alright, nice. Come up a little bit.
Obviously, the time I reach, Mama understands. She know I'm always late. So, today wasn't going to be different. And I love how she looks. Very peaceful. Very her. Yeah.
She loves her.
She looks very like her. So that's all yours?
Alright, good day. Well, today we come together to honor and remember our grandmother. She was a part of our family foundation, and her presence in our lives will be missed. We are grateful for the life that she lived, the stories she carried, and the legacy she leaves behind. May she rest in peace, and may her memory continue to bring comfort and strength to those who loved her. Right, that's my little thing. I have her. My sister writes something what she says she can't, she don't think she's able to talk. Right, so this is from Nance. I've never known loss and grief before. Then one day, out of the blue, it hit me and my world shattered. I died the day I lost my husband, my best friend, and father of my children. With that, I lost a part of me and a very big part too. Before I met my husband, my grandmother was my best friend. She was more like my mother, more than anything. We shared so many beautiful moments together. I will always be home by her sitting down on the back step, talking about how she and Papa met and so many other things. I enjoyed spending time with her, going temple together, entering a new year together, cooking and baking on Christmas Eve. That was one of our yearly traditions. I will come upstairs and shout out, "Rubes, what's up?" Mama was in every moment and celebration in my life. I will spend hours with her just talking about any and everything. She was my comfort, my safe place. She loved me and I loved her. She always supported me and she loved me and I loved her. She always supported me and stood by my side. After I lost my husband, I was and still am in a depression. I couldn't be the same Nadia to anyone anymore. I just didn't know how to be like that anymore. I stayed away in my own little world. When Mama got sick, I was there, not 95% of the time, but I was there, and it pained me so much to see her the way she was. My heart couldn't take so much pain. I couldn't see someone else that I loved die on me again. Every time I would visit, I cried. I asked God why my mama's. Now she's gone, and the little bit of heart I had left got shattered again, but at least now I know she's not in pain anymore. She's at peace. She's with my Papa. She's finally at rest. Mama, I love you, and I am so grateful and thankful for everything you have done for me. I could never repay you for that. I would always tell you this. I will miss our talks, our selfies, hearing your voice and seeing Mama calling. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for accepting Joey. Thank you, mamas. You will be forever loved and missed. You were an angel here on earth, and now you're an angel in heaven. I love you, my beautiful mamas. I honestly do. I am learning and I am trying, but grief is the worst pain to endure. But please don't worry. We are fine and we'll be fine. I just want you to know. I just want you to rest and to be at peace. I love you, mama, and I will miss you forever. Forever yours, Nadia. So yeah, that was from my sister.
That was well done, Shiva. I mean, I know. Standing here, I know it's not the easiest thing in the world, but yet you got through. I was waiting for you to mention the parts, and she used to line us up, and yeah, you remember that? She used to line us up when we were younger, and she used to make rice and bhaji. Well, it didn't have dal, right? It was just rice and bhaji. And she used to create these little balls with the bhaji. It's like little marbles. Yeah, she used to sand it and then create little marbles, but not like the regular size marble, like this called bigums. Who know what marbles? Yeah. And she used to actually pitch it into our mouth. Some memories that would stick to us. Like just last night, Shiva and I was actually straining some coffee upstairs, and we just remembered how she used to make Milo first, long time, and she used to use powdered milk. And the reason is that apparently it used to leave lumps of milk in it. And she using 2 cups and doing it like this to mix it together. And just, just bear with me, because sometimes you're in this spot and a lot of stuff would just come to you. A lot of memories would come to you. I could even remember right when Mama and Papa had their business place in front. She used to have us there with her as well. In the parlor, they had this nice single-seater brown couch in there. And if you remember, it was just a single seat. So if Papa sat on there, I had to sit on top of it, because I have no other seat. And they used to make this drink with solo and milk. Yeah, carnation milk and I can't remember if it was white solo or red. I think it was red. Red solo and carnation milk, and that's like the best. I could feel like I still tasting that right now, up to now. And those are memories that would be etched in us forever. And actually now, growing up, now that we're adults, we're married, some of us have kids, and we try to instill, unconsciously it happens, we try to instill those stuff in our personal lives now. Like that same Milo, my son loves Milo. So those kind of stuff, and like I say, is very unconscious, because that's how we was brought up. Those are things that stuck in us. I have something on a personal note that came to me to say, but before I get to that, I want to ask probably if my brother wants to say a few words. But Janice, oh gosh, come on. Siblings supposed to harass each other, right?
Sitaram everyone. I was hoping that I didn't have to do this. Before I say anything further, I'd like to thank everyone who made their way this morning and dreaded the traffic to be here. We were all family, but the family will be eternally grateful for being here and showing your love and support. I feel like what I'm about to say is, let's make it interactive, because there's so much memories that I could say or talk about. Growing up in our younger days, this house, as Uncle Esau mentioned, this was like headquarters. On weekends, if I remember well, we would all converge here. Our parents would hang out in the backyard and the kids would play, and when night time comes, we will all want to spend the night because we don't want to stop playing. And we did that so many times, and Mama would always make sure the grandkids are okay and well fed. And on the topic of food, I'm sure everyone remembers her coconut drops. I don't know if anyone wrote the recipe down, but we have good memories making coconut drops with her. She made the best peanut punch. You all remember? For some strange reason, she made a very good bread and cheese. I used to go one of that grocery by the corner there, and we had to buy kiss bread, the kiss hops, and well, why it is called market cheese, the cheese without label, it is just at the price, and cut the cheese, put it in the bread, and she knew like the right time to put the microwave for before the bread get hard. If you leave bread in the microwave too long, it will get hard. So she would put it for like the right time for the bread to just be warm and the cheese have this slight melt, and it would taste so good. Another thing I remember growing up too, Auntie Mal and I were talking about it. I don't know all the words, but she used to take with hand and she used to do something where like she counting, like joints, Ika Boka, Tinka Loka, that's Buja, Buja, Ata, Wata, Kuni, Kai, De. And we thought that was funny. You know, these are just some memories. A little reminder, I can't remember everything.
Her mango curry was the best.
Yeah, I saw you posted that. Her mango curry was the best. You know, so much good memories with Mama. On a more serious note, as everyone knows, I don't live here anymore. And, you know, making a move to a different country, you know, requires time to settle down and you know, get your bearings and get certain legal things in place. I'm watching Frank. You know, of course I left my parents and my family, but I also have this lady. And I remember well that the day of my flight, when I left, which was in 2021, I came here and I did RT for her. And why I did that is because you never know. I wasn't sure I would be able to be here on this day. We didn't know when this day would come, but you know, I just felt it in my heart that I should do that, should in case I can't come. But with the blessing of God, I can be here. And you know, every Diwali we would come and do puja with her. You know, her other daughters would join us, the cousins would join us. We would all do RT upstairs. That was like an annual, you know, tradition. You don't want to keep talking. Yeah, the memories just go, you know, so far back. There's so much things we could talk about. I'm happy that, you know, she lived to see, you know, so much of us get married, you know, spend time with our spouses, spend time with our great grandchildren, the ones that are here. I'm sorry she wouldn't get to meet, you know, the future ones that are on the way, and the future ones that, you know, will come later down the road. And on that note, I would like to open the floor for, you know, anyone else who would like to say something. Maybe one of the cousins from the Mano circle. Short. You might get comedy. You okay? Okay. I'll pass it back over to my brother.
Lots and lots of memories. I think I heard he said you're going to open the floor. Is there anyone who would like to say a few words before we continue? Because I know we have some time as we await the officiating pundit. Laura? You good? And he says very brave. Alright, so let me steal a few more moments to do this, because I can't let today pass without this, and I was actually delaying because of a reason, but I realized that with time I can't. So I don't normally remember my dreams. My wife can attest to that. I don't remember. Sometimes I feel like I don't sleep, I don't dream anything. However, not last night, but Monday night, I had a dream in which I remember clearly. after hearing Uncle Esau, I realized that maybe he had the same dream. I'm not sure, but this is reality. This is what happened to me. I woke up and I thought I woke up, and Mama was sitting next to me. In my normal self, I was like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" So she started to smile. I said, "But I thought you transitioned. Well, how come you're here?" She said, "So, and last week when you come, I was lying down. I lied down on you." I said, "I could. You see my hair gray or anything?" "No, I could." I said, "Well, yeah, but how that happened?" "Oh, this is a dream." So she used to call me Bobby. She said, "Bob, I want you to do something for me." So I said, "Mama, what you want?" She said, "I want you to get a pen and a paper, and I want you to write down this for me." At that moment, I know things was getting serious. Things was getting a bit serious. So I didn't know, my hands started to shake. And this is what she asked me to do. So, my mother, please bear with me for this moment. Can you please go and sit next to Auntie Joy? You can move back when I'm done. But this is, I was asked to do this. Who believe, who don't, but it happened. Auntie Deborah, can you please, next to Auntie Annie? By no means I'm a politician, so this is real. And this is what she's telling me now. I'm not doing it in my own words because I just reading. To my four beautiful daughters, today I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for the selfless and passionate care that you all have given to me during these challenging times. For all the times that I've gotten you all angry, a little upset, I apologize. But I just like you all to know that I'm happy, I'm peaceful, I'm contented. The major reason why I'm happy, and I'm just telling you all, is because I've reunited with my lover boy. I've reunited. I met him. He was waiting for me. And now, we will both be looking over the four of you all once more. You all have Daddy and Mommy again. Daddy would like you all to know how proud he is of the woman you all have become, because he left quite a while ago. He's very proud of you all, especially for what you all did for your mother. So, ladies, until we meet again physically, just want you to know that Mommy loves you all, and Daddy would like you all to know that he loves you all as well. I reunited with my very own Sri Ram, and now we are one again. Rest assured that I'm happy and I'm at peace. It's all written here. This never happened to me before, ladies and gentlemen. I was telling my wife that it's strange. Why this is happening? This never happened to me. And I actually said that today when I meet my godfather. And when I have a talk with him, I was like, Baba, what is this? This in my 40 years in this world, this has never happened. But I think she trusted in me to do this for her, and I just had to. Right? So thank you for bearing with me. She had one last wish, but I can't say it here. I really can't. Alright, so I saw my godfather just arrived. So I think we will just hold on a few minutes for him until he starts. And what I could say on my behalf, to the four of y'all, rest assured, y'all did an exceptional job. All the long hours, all the late nights, all the patience at times. She's very, very, very thankful. Rest assured. Thank you. Sit around, man.
Yeah. Take it right again. I'm not come off.
गंधं मया दीयते तवोपतिष्ठता पुष्पमाला मया दीयते तवोपतिष्ठता And I'll probably do it 5 times. Om Yam Dvare Mahadure Andhenatam Sabhite Tatra Loknathaya Kiko Yamo Pratishtata. Next. Pushpamala maya diyate tavopatiஷ்ඨதாம். Any perfume? Perfume. That's the right one. Gandham maya diyate tavopatiஷ்ඨதாம். Arti. Yam vare mahadure andhenatam sabhite Tatra Loknathaya Kiko Yamo Pushpamala maya diyate tavopatiஷ்ඨதாம். Gandham maya diyate tavopatiஷ்ඨதாம். Tatra Loknathaya Kiko Yamo Pratishtata. Pushpamala maya diyate tavopatiஷ்ඨதாம். Yamvari Mahapuri Andhinatam Sabhute Tatra Loknathaya Deepo Yamut Pratishtata. Yes. Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Ganyam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtatam. Yamvare Mahagurya Yamnatam Sahite Tatra Loknathaya Deepo Yamo Patishtatam. Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtata. Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtata. Chandanam Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtata. Otherwise you'll have your turn, grandchildren, daughters-in-law. Yeah, they could come up. Great grandmother. Yeah, you know. You don't want to come in when you want.
If I want to come, I can come.
There's a much flow out there.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, the place for Mama, right?
Son, put on me too.
Yeah, don't put it.
On this side?
Right. Yes, either hand or
Just.
Go ahead.
They can go ahead and put it on.
Huh?
They can go ahead and put it on.
Yes?
Yeah, they can go ahead. One on the chest?
Yeah. Either hand.
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
Put it like that.
Indadan Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtata. Yes, yes, it's good. No dance, no people got a foot.
I only put on one.
Good person.
And one medical?
Yeah.
That's in the middle? That's in the middle?
Yeah.
Just what area are you in? I want to or the worst?
Yeah, man, listen. Yeah, oh yeah, you could do that. So I'll put it in the side shot and I'll do that. Let's make sure I catch it before the progress.
Alright, that's it. Everybody complete. Come back in line, take flowers in your hand.
Change again. Bristol.
Okay, so I was asked to sing one of the bhajans that we have for those of you who have a program. I mean, you know, Bob, in these occasions we would perform on stages all over, but this type of stage always gives you a different type of butterfly. You have to drop the key, sing lower, be more comfortable. So I think we should just go with the first one, and depending on everyone here who knows it to join me and sing along and give me that strength to execute this song, because I never sang it before. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का मेरा। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का मेरा। जिनके लिए है तूने महल सजाए, मतलब के यार सारे सभी है पराए। जिनके लिए है तूने महल सजाए, मतलब के यार सारे सभी है पराए। एक लिए हर कितना तूने दुख झेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का मेरा। काहे तू आए जग में, क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले। काहे तू आए जग में, क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले, दुनिया से डरना। पाप किया घर में खुद को कहेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का। The chorus, come on. आए भी अकेला
जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेरा।
हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगाए, जीवन मिले न फिर ये जीवन को पाले। खेले जगत का सारा उसी ने हल्केला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का मेरा। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का मेरा। 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का मेरा। 2 दिन की जिंदगी में 2 दिन का मेरा।
Sit down to one and all, and well done, good singing, good bhajan. I missed the first part. I was told various things have happened, but I'm sure it was well done and well appreciated. So those who made any kind of participation or performance, blessings to you. Now I shall go on to my part. Lying before us are the mortal remains of an individual well loved and well known by all of us. She lived her life meaningfully and fully. She started life, and I have it here in the paper, she started life the way we all started life as a baby. Every one of us, whether boy or girl. We all started life as a baby, and then she went on to become, well, she was his daughter, wife, mother, sister, grandmother, great-grandmother, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and aunt. So she performed many, many roles as she grew in life. So this is what life living is all about. that we do our duty as best as we can. Lord Krishna says the greatest beauty is duty. And it's a powerful statement from the Lord. The greatest beauty is duty. And is a very beautiful woman. That she performed her duty efficiently, as seen by the number of children, grandchildren, or what have you. And these are members of the family. Most of them are well known to me. They are good people and they're contributing meaningfully to society. So her life has been rich, rewarding, satisfying, and fulfilling. Although for the children they say, I wish Mama could have lived longer. Well, everybody says that. But we all know there's a lifespan. When there is birth, there is death. Union, separation, light, darkness, and so on. So we have it, we have established she was born to great gifts to live such a long life and have such wonderful family. It means that you all took care of her and she's living with contentment on her face. Although you might have grief in your heart, she has contentment that she has such wonderful people to look after her in her time of need. What I want you to bear in mind again, many a time we go to a Hindu ceremony and we are not clear as to what is the meaning of the various things that we perform. So I'll explain one or two, we can't go into all of them. You see the mala around her neck, mala flowers or garland, made up of a number of flowers. That represents the string or the garland of life. How many lives she lived before, I don't know, you don't know, but God knows. Because this is Hindu teaching, we all were here, we are here, we'll continue to be here until such a time we're able to free ourselves from all impurities. Like the river goes to the ocean, there's a chilling process. Only when the dirt and debris settle, then the river water becomes warm with the ocean water, sweet water becomes salt water. So too, we have this similar situation here, where we came in this world and the soul is pure, but when we begin to live, we live our own way and we perform mistakes, we make mistakes, we fall short, and that is the dirtying of the water, dirtying of the life. And we cannot go back to God, who is the source of purity, until we have cleansed ourselves from all the impurities of life, the anger, the lust, the greed, hatred, jealousy, etc. So I hope you bear that in mind. So each flower in this mala represents one lifespan. How many lifespans we don't know, but we have to make a mala. Can't make it, nobody knows how many lives she had before, how many yet to come. So we just make a mala befitting the body and the situation. So each flower represents a lifespan that we all have. We all have lifespans. And we all have many lives gone and many yet to come. It depends on us. But the question is, this brings in the very, very important principle of metempsychosis, reincarnation. There is scientific proof to show that we all were here, we are here, we'll continue to be here until we can elevate ourselves to that state of purity where we're ready to return to the Lord, like river water entering the sea. So each mala represents a lifespan, and put them together, that is the sum total of the individual. Now I'm going to give you one or two examples of reincarnation, because it's not a theory, it's not a doctrine, it's a fact. And I'm speaking very forcefully, very meaningfully, because what I say I know, and what I say I mean. It's based upon scientific fact. You know, a simple question I ask, how can you prove that there's reincarnation? And this Guruji said, look at me, look at you, look at everybody. We are all examples of reincarnation. But that's difficult, far-fetched for some. So I'll go into another way. There is a thing called, many terms are used. I'll give this simple example. A boy got up one morning and said, Ma, he's 5 years old, I want to go home. So the mother said, son, are you home? He said, no mother, I want to go home. So many people have different versions, answers to that. So he insisted and he kept crying. Then she said, son, where is home? So he pointed out a place in a different country, a different village, and all sorts of things. So they decided to take him to that country, and I can give you all the details if you want afterwards. It's all documented. And they took him to that village in that country. And when he reached, there was a girl sweeping the yard with a coquille broom. So the moment he saw her, he jumped out of the car and he ran and hugged her and said, "Oh, my sister." So they all puzzled. How we could call this girl his sister? Now we know out of respect we call people sister and brother and what have you, what have you. But he is saying, "This is my sister, 5-year-old boy." So she pulled back, said, "Listen, I don't know you. How can you say I'm your sister? Leave me alone." He said, "No, my sister. You are my sister and I've come to meet you. Don't treat me like this." So then they had to now sit down and work out that situation. And then he had to give more information for her to understand and everybody to understand. He said, "Sister, remember, you had a brother who was a mechanic. And when he was 25 years old, he died in an accident. Do you remember that?" So that was so. It did happen. But how could this boy know that? It did happen. So he caught her attention and everybody's attention. This boy is saying something which is true, but how could he know? So they still had doubts. So then he said, "Sister, remember you wanted to get married?" It's true. I wanted to get married. Daddy and mommy didn't have the money to marry you. Remember that? Marriage is an expensive thing. And they didn't have the money to marry you. And you cried. And I saw that, my sister. And I said, "You know what? I'm going to work more hard." And from then on, each day, every job I got, I took part of the money. And you know what I did? I put it in that wall. And there was a brick wall. He said, "Bring a hammer for me." A bloody hammer. He hit the wall with the hammer. And out came paisa money. Every job he got, he used to put aside that someday he'd be able to have the money, sufficient money, to be able to marry off his daughter, or his sister rather, and make his parents happy. That is one documented instance of reincarnation. There are many, many more. But you're intelligent people, you can go, I'm just whetting your appetite, raising your interest, so you can go and do your own research. Reincarnation. This is what the flowers represent, among love and caring, etc. We go on to the next one. Now you see on the lip, there's a tulsi leaf. We use tulsi in our worship. We believe in the importance of the environment, trees, water courses, animals, sun, moon, you name it. Without that, we don't have a world, we can't live. Man is a product or part of the environment. And when man decimates the environment, he's shortening his own lifespan. And the environment will hit us back in so many ways, from tsunami, go to flood, you name it. I don't have to go and give you a lesson in that area. So the tulsi is one of the many, many trees revered by Hindus, not only because of its religious purpose, but environmental reasons. And I'll tell you. Get a glass of dirty water. No, when you try one. Put it one tulsi leaf in that dirty water. Leave it for 2 hours. Come back and see what happens. Tulsi has the ability to extract the impurities from the water and make it pure. Anybody who can Vasa, we got a great secret. Tell them. Tell them, they don't know. I say it all over and nobody seems to be understanding or taking it up. And I'm speaking fearlessly and truthfully and emphatically. So, the tulsi is a purifier. The moment the soul leaves the body, it begins to break down. Putrefaction. It can give off a scent. I don't know we have scientific ways to prevent that. That's why we put perfume too. We have perfume. Right. So the tulsi, it purifies and it also helps to delay the onset of putrefaction or decay or destruction of the body, which is something physical. So there's just two, and there's so many more I could tell you, but some other time. Alright? Good, so I will stop it there and now I'll move on to another aspect of this morning's ceremony. We have this individual who I mentioned lived a rich, rewarding, satisfying and fulfilling experience. God bless and God bless all who helped her to live like that. That's what life and living is all about. Being there for each other, supporting one another and moving forward together. So I come to this aspect of here's a mother, grandmother, mother-in-law and what have you. And look at the timing. When is Mother's Day? Not quite next year, weekend. So that is like a double blow for those who love mama and who don't love mama. Show me a child who doesn't love his mother, I'll show you a demon. I'm sorry to say. Show me a child who does not love his mother, he's a demon or she. For who we can't repay in 7 lives. Our sages tell us we cannot repay in 7 lives what our mother did for us in 1 life. Such is the great sacrifice mothers make, parents make. Right. So she has gone on the eve of Mother's Day. Makes it even more difficult for where there's love and care and concern and consideration. So I want to just remind us all of the greatness of a mother. Not that we need to be reminded or not, but sometimes these points tend to stick out and bring us back to reality. We tend to take mother for granted. And we did do that. How many times we shouted at her? How many times we disrespected her? How many times we disobeyed her? I don't want to go into that. No way answer either. It's you and her and God. So here is a little caution to each and every one. You have your mother, cherish her. If she's not well, medication is good. But you know what? Greater than medication, a gentle touch, a sweet smile, a kind word. That is the greatest medication for these people, whom we call mother and father. And we also want it. If a tree, an animal, touch them with love, talk to them kindly, and see the difference it makes. In fact, I don't know if you know, the inspiration for the lie detector test came from the philodendron plant, where this individual and inspector of police is sitting, and he's kind of sad because he was entrusted with his responsibility to find some solution to crime, which up to now we tried all kind of things. Let's see what happens now. All kind of things. And he was sitting there and he was despondent, what can I do? And people are dying. So when he looked opposite him was this plant called the philodendron. I'm saying it again so you can remember it and check it. Philodendron. This was in Reader's Digest. And as he went into depression, he saw the plant, the leaves, fading away. So he became puzzled. So before he could do anything, his young son who was playing threw the ball at him and said, Daddy, come now man, come and play with me. So it's always good to play with our children too, right? We must find time for them. If we don't find time for them, others will find time for them, and those others may not be good people. May not be good people. So when the son threw the ball and he smiled and jumped on the father's lap, the father smiled. And so he played a little bit and he came back. When he came back and he looked at the plant, he came back normal. So he got the inspiration for the lie detector test that the plant is a reflection of man's mood, man's all thing, you name it. So we are a reflection of the environment. If I come by your house and you plant it up and all how I know what's going on. I'm not watching, I don't want to look at it. So we need to ensure that the environment is a reflection of us and we are a reflection of the environment. Bear that in mind. So, the story on the mother is this, a little incident. This mother wanted to go to the market. So she had a baby in her hand and a basket in the other hand. So she reached the gateway and she realized she would have to make a lot of purchases, so she needed help. So there was a lady standing with her hands free. So she turned to her and said, Ma, my dear sister, can you hold this baby for me? I just wish to go and make some purchases. When I'm finished, I'll thank you and give me back, return my baby. She said, sure, no problem. Anybody who too willing to help you, what's your name? What's your name? Overwilling? Alright. You usually listen to yourself. So what happened is, she gave the child, the lady the child, and she went, she bought X, Y, and Z, etc., etc. She came back basket full, and the lady was still there with the child. And good thing she ran away. But what she about to do worse? She said, thank you, my sister, hand me my baby now. She said, what baby are you talking about? What baby? She said, but I just asked you to hold my child. You agreed, and now I'm finished. I want my child. Return my child to me. She said, no, that's my child. Big problem now. 2 mothers, 1 child. Bacchanal. Tamasha. You know how we like this all over. So a big crowd gathered. What is this? 2 ladies fighting over a child. How to solve the problem? So the Guruji, that's why you all should have a guru, a spiritual teacher or guide. If you don't have a guru or guide, then like a ship in the ocean. Drift, going, reaching nowhere. So the Guruji came, he was informed. He said, okay, this is your child? Yes. That's your child? Yes. Get the executioner for me. Everybody said, what kind of thing it is? So they got this man who likes to kill people. He asked him again, final, is this your baby? Yes. Is this your baby? Yes, Guruji. Then he said, cut the child in half and give them half each. Interesting, eh? So when he said that, one of the ladies said, it's okay, I don't want the child. And she began to walk. Then the Guru said, that's the real mother. Because no mother while you are alive wants to see your child hurt or harmed or injured in any way. Very simple way. That is great of our mother. And I can say much, much more. Who had the power in this tongue to speak of the greatness of our mother? Even God, when He comes, He can't speak of the greatness of our mother. Whoever you are. So I could go on. I think I've said enough. What we need to do in these occasions is to pray. Prayer is work. We're going to ask Divine Father, Supreme Force Almighty, the giver of life. He hasn't given us birth, but God gave us life. Nobody has given us life. He hasn't given us birth, God gave us life. And we can be grateful to both parents and God for the gift of birth and the gift of life. And how do we show that gratitude? Lord Krishna says, think of me, serve me, honor me, worship me, and bow down to me. Very simple. So let us now do that as we think of Bhagwan Krishna, who is the giver of life. And wherever the soul is, O Lord, I don't know, we don't know, but you know. And we ask in all humility to accept the soul having come from you, may it return to you. And whenever she is reborn, whenever the soul is reborn, may it continue the journey of life, living a life of meaning and purpose. And we who are left behind, who came to join this family, we also want your blessings, guidance, help, and protection, O Lord. Help us, bless us, guide us, and protect us. Join in prayer. Om He Rama Purushottam Hare Narayana Keshava Govinda Garudhvaja Gunanidhe Damodara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yarupate Sitapate Sripate Vaikundhadhipate Characharpate Lakshmipate Pahimam. O Prabhu Ji Tere Charan Kamal Balihari Tum Pitu Mata Vishwa Vidhata Sakal Jagat Pratipal Prabhu Ji Tere charan kamal balihari Ghat ghat gami antaryami Ghat ghat gami antaryami सकल जगत प्रतिपाल प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी रचना सारी अचरज भारी सकल जन्म उपकार प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी ब्रह्मानंदा सब सुख कंदा ब्रह्मानंदा सब सुख कंदा सुन लो मेरी पुकार हे सुन लो मेरी पुकार प्रभु जी तेरी चरण कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी प्रभु जी तेरी चरण कमल बलिहारी प्रभु जी तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी गोविंद राधे गोविंद राधे गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोविंद राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे तवल प्रिय भागवत प्रिय गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोविंद राधे गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल राधे ओम हे राम पुरुषोत्तम नर हरि नारायण केशव गोविंद गरुध्वज गुणनिधे दामोदर माधव हे कृष्ण कमलापते यरुपते सीतापते श्रीपते वैकुंठाधिपते चराचरपते लक्ष्मीपते पाहि माम् अधमते अधमयति नारी तिनमह में मति मंद गवारी कह रघुपति सोनो भांगिनी बाता मान हुए कर भक्ति कर नाता जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम हरि ओम दस कृष्ण कृष्ण महायोगिन भक्तानाम भयंकर गोविंदा परमानंद सर्वमे वशमानय नमो ब्रह्मण देवाय गौ ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः ओम आत्मा शांति माता आत्मा शांति ओम अनादि निधिनो देवा शंख चक्रधर अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष प्रेत मोक्ष प्रभो भव पितृ मोक्ष प्रेत मोक्ष प्रभो भव ओम आत्मा शांति त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धो वंशसखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्यां द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा ओम शांति 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 ओम तत्सत आत्मा शांति बोले श्री सीतारामचंद्र की जय वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय स्वाहा माता की जय सत्य सनातन धर्म की
जय
So what will happen is, those who have not had a view of the body, we invite you to Sodu. We still have some flowers left. If you wish to offer flowers, we invite you to Sodu, and then you can proceed onward. Thank you, everybody.
So ladies and gentlemen, as Baba said, now is the opportunity for any one of you who would like to have a view. Now is the time, and then after which we would make arrangements to proceed to Caroni.
So we could have thought, yeah. Oh, the background music. You haven't seen it? Pick up their own. Yeah, pick up their.
Hey, right away. You're up on the two. You're on the two. You're mad, you're mad. Yeah, come on.
It was city.
Yeah, Is that right now? Flower, yeah. I recognize that real flower. Nice. Special flower, yeah. What's the name of this rose? Carnation? Carnation rose.
They just spray it to get the different
colors. Oh, okay.
You like it?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
I saw she know before we. My flowers I buy for cheap. This by Mother's Day, so this by Sunday. Actually, I get to see it. She make me buy it. Yeah. I was like, what should I say like so much up in the you can't see it. You can't see it. I'll meet your lover boy, so
They want to come as a
Okay, everyone
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you all to stand as we make our way.
Anybody who's forward?
Yeah.
Let's start from back. Yeah. No.
I could hold in the middle or somewhere.
I'll do that, bro. You need them? So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make our way out. Most on the other way. After the rules of the show, you have to make your way down to Caroni. I will do it.
Come back in. Come back on it.
There's Uncle Ramsakal.
आज हमारे राम
One place now. Hey, come. Say number 5, right? I go video. What video? I did it.
Alright. Both eyes closed. Good. Which one are we going?
Number 5.
No, somebody else.
Yeah. Alright, come. But it can't find
Can't find much. Over there.
Hold it. 5 times? Yeah.
I like it, yeah.
That's correct.
Look at my light, eh?
Ready?
Walk with 2. Go back? Yeah, back. Ah, the breeze. Yeah, keep it like that. Where's the car on there? Water. Right there. Number 5.
5. Which side is 5?
Yeah, I think that direction. What the guy did? What the guy did?
Yes, it
Alright, yeah. Alright, yeah.
Okay. Go away. Eat up. Right. What? The one, second one. Before the last one, you know. Internet ban, iPhone in the car. One, two, three.
And then put down that. It's like doo-doo.
Ariane, help them with the flowers. Only the flowers, right?
I just love the talking back.
And the pan empty rest you on the chest, right?
For some reason, that looks good. What's that? It'll be easier.
There's the pan right behind you there, and you put the stick on the chest. Hold the pan right on the side. Put the stick on the chest. Okay.
I put a stick.
That's coming all right through. Right through. Only one.
Everywhere?
Yeah. Alright. Sprinkle a little over. Wipe your hand on the edge of the cloth.
How can I do this? Huh?
On the box there. Touch on the chimney. Put it on your mouth.
Huh? Where? Oh, God, you need all of. Usually, you take it, you make it all slimy. Wipe it. They wipe everything. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was all. This was all of that, right? Pick up the serrate already. I have a whole bag there, I have one top, right? You come in on this side here now.
No, that's because I close it. I close it. I mean.
I remember Mama, you can. Oh, yeah. I miss it. And then I got bird and left. You guys together.
Yeah, but yeah. Right, taking off the cloth from the handle, just the box alone coming. Take up together.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Right, when all the rest here, those in the back pushing in, right?
Okay.
Push it down a little.
Oh.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
Ready?
Better?
Om Lobhya Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Pache Swaha. Lohitaya Swaha. Nidobhya Swaha. Vasibhya Swaha. Syayubhya Swaha. Astibhya Swaha. Madhyabhya Swaha. Retase Swaha. Vayave Swaha. Ayasai Swaha. Prayaya Sai Swaha. Sayaya Sai Swaha. Vyaya Sai Swaha. Udya Sai Swaha. Suche Swaha. Sochate Swaha. Sochamanai Swaha. Shokai Swaha. Tapse Swaha. Tapyate Swaha. Tapamanai Swaha. Taptai Swaha. Dharamai Swaha. Niskritye Swaha. Prayashchitye Swaha. Veshajai Swaha. Yamai Swaha. Antakai Swaha. Mritve Swaha. Brahmane Swaha. Brahmahatyai Swaha. Vishwebhyo Devibhyo Swaha. Dhyayu Prithivibhya Swaha. Yeah.
We need a hand to move it then. Two men by a post. One for the concrete, one for the post. And go in front of that.
Two man tapu.
Ready? Right up.
Yeah.
Right. Start swing to the right. Go to the right and to the left.
Yeah, good light.
Oh, good.
Walk around it.
To the shed, straight to the shed.
That's it. Now, to the right side. Side. Look.
I thought I was just going to go.
Hi, brother.
Yeah, me want to hit with.
Yeah. Stop that,
Into this world we have come alone, aur jaaye bhi akela. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. Do din ki zindagi hai, do din ka mela. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. Aaye bhi akela aur jaaye bhi akela.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला,